Hello, and we're back with another episode of NeoFly. Today we're going to talk about upgrading our flight rating. So you've been flying missions around in your starter aircraft and you've saved up your pennies, or you went and borrowed some money from the bank, and you think it's about time you started flying something a little more powerful, a little further distance. Well, you can either upgrade to a Bonanza G36, which is in the default aircraft, or you could upgrade your rating and get to a twin engine aircraft. Now, before you do this, I highly recommend that you go and you get very proficient with a twin engine aircraft. And the lesser of two evils when it comes to twin engine aircraft in this flight simulator, if you're playing with the default aircraft, is the Diamond Air 6.2. You don't have to worry about prop control. It's a good starter aircraft, easy to fly, and it's pretty fast. It's got a distance of 1,283 nautical miles, and it has a payload of 1,610 pounds. It carries 6 passengers and priced anywhere from $600,000 to $700,000. So the first thing you got to do is, when you come into NeoFly, is go up here to the top, and where it says staff, click there. Alright, I recommend before you click this button, it's gonna generate a mission that you have to fly, and you'll have the staff with you in the aircraft. Before you do this, go somewhere where there's not a bunch of hills. You're just going to perform some maneuvers. They're going to make sure you can handle the aircraft, keep a altitude and turn. I'm going to fly this mission. It will be appended to the end of this tutorial. You can watch it if you want to see what takes place, or you can choose to skip it and just find out for yourself. It's relatively simple. I will give you a tip, is that you want to know and make note of your above sea level altitude before you take off. Find out what the sea level of your airport is before you take off. That being said, so you'll click right here, and it has generated a mission, qualification B. Alright, and we're at this airport right here. So we're going to have to take that test at this airport. Now, I also recommend that you set your settings, your environmental settings, to calm. Just a sunny day with no wind. It'd make it easier on you. Or if you choose for a challenge, set it to live weather and just see what nature throws at you. We're in the lower part of Alabama, so we don't have to worry about really hills really till we get up north of Montgomery, but nothing to worry about. A lot of the test, I believe, takes place at 300 or 3,000 foot above sea level. They're going to give you the commands above sea level, so that's why I'm saying you gotta are above ground level, and so you got to make note of your sea level, because your airplane is going to have above sea level altitude on the altimeter. All right, so after that, to take this test, you're going to have to own a twin engine aircraft. You can't take it in the G1000. You have to own an aircraft that is twin engine, or Class B. So go over here to where its missions are. I knew there was a B class category aircraft when I got here, and I was looking for the DA62. I like the Bonanza, not the Bonanza, but the Beechcraft, but I'm having a problem with my propeller RPM lever at the moment when it comes to the dual prop, so I'll be working that out. Anyway, so we're going to right click. We got enough money to buy this, and we're going to click buy. Alright, we bought a brand new DA62, and we'll go over here to flying, hit the scroll down list, and choose that DA62 aircraft. Once we get loaded into airport, we'll click connect and fly. You want to, when you load up at the airport, you want to load taxi. not taxi, but at the parking gate. So they want to see you do a startup on the aircraft. So, and you can use the Control E or you can use the checklist, but that's what they want to go by. Keep in mind that when you start an aircraft here in NeoFly, to absolutely make sure that you have your beacon or your strobe light on. Make sure that you have your taxi lights on or landing lights on when taxiing and when taking off. Make sure you have your landing lights on. Make sure you have your landing lights on when you land. You'll be judged on all that. That's the major things. Also, like I said, they're going to have you go through some flight maneuvers. Have your fly pattern and come back and land at the airport, and the mission will be completed and you'll be cleared to fly qualification B aircraft. So, with that being said, I'm going to fly the mission. You can watch it and see what happens, or you can choose just to skip past that and see what happens going on. Either way, in the next tutorial, we're going to be talking about staff. This button right here that we was just at. We're going to be talking about crew and what to do with that airplane that is sitting in our hangar now, this extra G1000. How can it still make us money? Well, thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoy the flight. If not, I'll see you next episode.
Transporter, you must complete this mission to be allowed to use this category of aircraft in our company. First step, start your engines according to the aircraft procedure. Now that the engine is running, taxi to the runway. Don't exceed 25 knots while taxiing. Align with the runway and take off. our cargo and passengers. Don't bank or pitch too much for the entire flight. Now, climb to 1,000 feet AGL. Remember to watch your bank angle. Now in the air. Remember that here at NeoFly, we have to take care of our cargo and passengers. Don't bank or pitch too much for the entire flight. Now, climb to 3,000 feet AGL. Fly a complete circle and maintain the exact same altitude. to the departure airport. Align with the runway and do a touch and go. A landing vertical speed of more than minus 400 feet per minute will not allow you to pass the qualification. Congratulations! You passed your qualification. Have a nice day.